All right, so you want to know about reducing body fat, right? Based on these PDF excerpts you sent over, it looks like we've got a lot to cover.
Yeah, tons of interesting stuff in here for sure.
Our mission today is pretty simple. We want to figure out what the most effective strategies are for actually making this happen,
Yeah,
and then we want to lay it all out nice and clear for you.
got through all that noise, get to the
Okay.
good stuff.
Right. So I guess the first thing that jumps out at me is nutrition, and specifically protein seems to play a pretty big role. Why is that?
Well, it all comes down to how protein affects your metabolism. So, like, your body burns more calories digesting protein compared to fats or carbs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's called the thermic effect of food. And on top of that, protein keeps you feeling full for longer.
Makes sense. So you naturally eat less overall.
Exactly.
So then what about sugar and refined carbs? Those are the bad guys, right? Like all the processed snacks and white bread and stuff. What's the problem with those?
Okay, so think about it this way. Those types of carbs get digested super quickly, right?
Hmm.
And that causes your blood sugar to spike.
Hmm.
And then what happens? Your body stores all that excess energy as fat.
Ugh, not good.
And the other thing is, they don't keep you full for very long, so you end up eating more later on.
Ah, that makes sense. Now, these excerpts also talk about soluble fiber from like veggies, fruits, and whole grains. So how does that help with fat loss?
Well, soluble fiber slows down digestion, which keeps your blood sugar levels stable.
Mm.
And get this, it can even interfere with the absorption of some calories.
Oh, wow.
Plus, it makes you feel full, just like protein does.
So it's a win-win all around. Okay, let's talk about fats for a second. This is always so confusing for people. I mean, avocados are good, but trans fats are bad. So what's the difference?
So healthy fats,
Right,
like the
right.
ones in avocados and olive oil,
Mm.
are actually really important for your body to function properly, and they can actually help you feel satisfied.
Okay.
Trans fats, on the other hand, don't do anything good for you. They just hurt your health, and they can definitely make it harder to lose fat.
Gotcha. Now, what about just drinking enough water? Does that really help with metabolism and hunger?
Absolutely. Sometimes when you think you're hungry, you might just be thirsty.
Oh, interesting.
And if you drink water instead of eating, you obviously avoid those extra calories. Plus, water is essential for all kinds of metabolic processes that help your body burn fat.
So stay hydrated, folks. All right, let's move on to exercise. So the sources we're looking at emphasize strength training, like lifting weights, that kind of thing. It helps build muscle, but how does that help with fat loss?
The cool thing about muscle is that it's way more metabolically active than fat. So even when you're just sitting around, more muscle means you're burning more calories.
Oh, wow. So it's like you're always working out even when you're not?
Kind of like having a higher idle speed for your metabolism.
I like that analogy. Now, there's also a lot of talk about HIT workouts. Those are the ones with like short bursts of intense exercise, right?
Right. And those are so effective because of something called the afterburn effect. What's that? Basically, your body keeps burning calories at a higher rate even after you've finished working out. It's still working hard to recover.
So it's like a bonus workout.
Exactly.
Nice. Okay, so what about regular cardio, like running, swimming, that kind of thing? Is that still important?
Definitely. It's a great way to burn calories directly, and it's amazing for your heart health too.
Hmm, can't argue with that. What about just generally moving more throughout the day, like taking the stairs instead of the elevator, walking while you're on the phone, that kind of thing? Does that really make a difference?
It all adds up. Every little bit of movement helps increase your overall calorie expenditure, and it's especially important if you're sitting for long periods of time.
Right, because sitting all day is not good for you.
Nope, not at all.
All right, last but not least, let's talk about lifestyle. Sleep seems to be really crucial for managing hunger and all those hormones that affect fat storage. Can you explain how that works?
Okay, so when you don't get enough sleep, it messes up your hormones, specifically ghrelin and leptin. And those are the hormones that control your appetite.
Uh-huh.
So when they're out of whack, you end up craving more unhealthy foods.
Yeah, I've definitely noticed that when I'm tired. I just want to eat junk food.
It happens to the best of us. And then there's stress. Apparently, chronic stress can lead to more belly fat. What's going on there?
So it's all about cortisol, right? That stress hormone.
Right. When you're stressed out, your cortisol levels go up, and that can lead to increased fat storage, especially around your belly.
Ugh, that's the worst kind of fat.
I know, right? So managing stress is super important for both your mind and your body.
Couldn't agree more. And what about alcohol? The sources we have say to cut back on those empty calories.
Yeah, so alcohol has calories, but it doesn't have any nutritional value. And on top of that, it can actually mess with your body's ability to burn fat efficiently.
No bueno.
Not good at all. And then finally, there's intermittent fasting. eating within specific time windows. How does that help with fat loss?
Yeah, I've heard a lot about that lately.
It can be really helpful for some people because it naturally restricts their calorie intake since they're only eating during certain hours. And it can also have some positive effects on certain hormones.
Interesting. So basically, there's no magic bullet here. It's all about combining mindful eating, consistent exercise, and good lifestyle
You
habits.
got it. It's the synergy between all of these elements that makes the real difference.
So for everyone listening out there, think about this. What feels like the most manageable starting point for you? Is it changing your diet, exercising more, getting more sleep? Whatever it is, just start with one thing and go from there.
That's a great takeaway.
Thanks for diving deep with us, everybody. We'll catch you next time.
See ya.